Well, I'm so glad to see you in counseling. I read through your initial paperwork and some of the assessments that you did, and I got to know a little bit about you. Can you tell me about if there's anything else that you think I should know or you want me to know just to start, or what brought you into counseling?
My dad died 5 years ago.
Your dad?
My dad did. And I live with my 2 kids and my mom. And my mom watches my kids at night when I work, and she thinks I'm going to my cocktail waitressing job, and really I dance.
Okay,
Dance.
so you dance at night? Stripper
Yes.
dance?
Stripper dance.
Okay. And are you, I'd like to talk about it as part of our conversation. Is that the term, can I say exotic dancing, or do you want me to say stripping, or what's comfortable for you, for me to say?
You could say dancer.
Dancer, okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's what you started with, so
Yes.
okay. Perfect. So you're dancing, and that's how you make your income?
Yes.
And do you do other work? Is that your primary?
That's my job.
Okay.
That's my job.
So how long have you been dancing?
I guess it's about 3 years now.
3 years. And your children are 7 and 9.
Yes.
What are their names?
Justin and Jagger.
Justin, both J names. Okay. And which one is which age?
Justin is 7 and Jagger is 9.
Okay. And have you lived with your mom always, or have you just moved in there?
My dad passed away 5 years ago, and my mom took it really, really hard, and so we kind of moved in with her to help out, and it helped us out too.
Right.
So she could help me with the kids and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. And so you're dancing, and you said that your mom she says she thinks that you're a cocktail waitress?
Yeah. And I feel horrible about lying, but I don't know how she would feel about me taking off my clothes and getting paid for it. I really don't think she would like that.
And so has she expressed judgment about occupations like that or something in the past, just growing up, or like?
No, I just think it's because it's her daughter. I don't know how she would accept that. I think that she would want me to stop, and I make such good money that it would be really hard for me to do anything else right now.
And so to make good money, and that's important to you?
The money?
Yeah. Is
Well,
that your primary motivation for choosing that occupation, or is there other things about it that you like?
The main reason is the money, because I have 2 kids and I'm not married, and I need to support them, and I don't want them to go without anything. And I only went to high school. I don't want to be a waitress and make a quarter of the money I make right now. I just can't do it.
So maybe it's not the money that's so important, but it's being able to provide for your children, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Okay, so your kids are one of the high priorities for you, Justin and Jagger. So what happened that made you decide to come to counseling right now? So I'm listening to that, and I'm wondering, did you have an argument with your mom, or is there something else going on in your life? Or?
I had this really, really, really great boyfriend, and I loved him very, very much. But I kept fighting with him for no reason and pushing him away. And we got in a really, really big fight, and he left, and I haven't talked to him since. And I don't know why I can go to work and have so much fun, and then I come home and I just want to go to bed, and I don't want to, be intimate, or I just want to watch TV and hang out.
Right. So how long have you 2 been dating? Or did you go out for?
6 months.
6 months?
6 months, about 6 months, 5.5 months.
And what's his name?
Troy.
Troy. And so you said he was a good person, you really liked him.
He was really good. But I don't think that I could give him what he deserved. I think that I withheld sex from him, and I don't know why. And I think that we would bicker a lot, and I don't know why. But he was good to me and my children.
So there was arguing, and do you think that he wanted a different amount or kind of sex than you wanted? Or was it that you were withholding sex and that's not what you really wanted? Or was it both?
I don't know why. I just wanted to come home and just have somebody to watch TV with. I didn't want to be touched. I didn't want to have sex all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that...
Have you always been like that, or?
I don't think so. I think since my dad died and I got a new job and I'm just tired and I work late at night and our schedules were different and I just have a lot going on. I just didn't feel intimate.
So I heard two things. Was your father passing away, so maybe that was an emotional time for you, or so it changed a little bit, and then your priorities might have shifted, your focus, and then the other thing was related to your job. You're working late, you're tired.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that.
About being tired from my job? About working? About my dad? Which one do you want to know about?
Well, it was interesting to me that you said I don't want to have sex, but it sounded like you hadn't really thought about why. You thought that was a problem in your relationship, why you broke up.
I don't know if it's
you don't know why that happened.
I go to work and you have to be really sexual.
Right.
And you have to sit on people's laps and, expose yourself in a very sexual way that it's tiring. And you just kind of do it with a smile on your face so you can make as much money as possible.
So not only are you tired from working all night, but it sounds like you're describing being tired from giving yourself their intimacy level. That's exhausting, like emotionally to you.
Right? Yeah, It is exhausting, but I guess I never looked at it like that before. I looked at it as like, that's my job, I go, I do it well, and then I come home and I'm tired.
So, but and then at the same time, you do it well, you're making great money, you're providing for your children, and at the same time, it's draining you emotionally, and which
and I'm lying to my mom too, which always is kind of like weighing heavy on my head. And like, I don't know if the right thing is to tell her the truth, because I think that it's come to a point where I don't like lying.
Like that you don't feel that it's selfish that you don't think it's selfish, but that you don't like that other people think that you're selfish.
No, I don't. And when I get to go to the gym, I feel really good, and I don't want to be selfish. Because when I'm home, there's certain things that I have to do. And then when I go to work, there's certain things I have to do, and I do a good job, like when I'm with my kids, I'm a great mother, and when I'm at work and I'm cinnamon and I'm on fire and I'm making money, I do a good job. So I don't, like with Troy, I really liked him, but I didn't want him telling me not to go to the gym. So I don't like to feel selfish because I don't think that I am.
So I would say you're not, because that's your view of yourself, that's your self-perception. But the challenge is when other people see you that way. Is there a time when you don't feel like you're being selfish, or what's this about being selfish?
Well, I guess because when I go to work and I lie to my mom before I go, I don't really lie to her. I mean, I just have a different idea of where I'm going. Like, I'm still going to a nightclub, but I'm maybe dancing for money. It's the difference between handing out drinks for money. I don't like the feeling I get when I tell my mom, that I'm going to my cocktail waitress job when really I'm going to dance. So I guess I feel selfish in that aspect.
That you're keeping information from your mom.
Lying, I guess, is what it is. And that's selfish of me because I don't want to quit making my money.
So it sounds like you said that your dancing name is Cinnamon.
Yeah.
Okay. So it sounds like there's a part of you that it's not just that you don't want people to judge you as being selfish, but you don't see yourself as selfish. You know that you're not a selfish person. And you described to me that you're a giving, loving mom, and that you want to be in an interrelationship. It sounds like you care about how you are as a daughter.
I do.
And you don't want to be selfish with your mom. So
I guess I feel like I'm living two different lives. Like, I'm mommy, let's go to school, let's make lunches, and I go to work, and I'm a stripper. I'm a dancer, I do things that people probably don't think are normal, but in that world, as a dancer, they're completely normal to me and my friends that I have at work.
It's its own culture.
It is.
There.
It is. It's our own little secret bubble society where we all hang out and, we dress up and get sexy and, embrace being a woman in some ways, even though sometimes it can be degrading. We get a lot of assholes sometimes who just, think that they can treat you however they want to treat you.
So you need to be real strong, and probably I'm imagining that it's supportive for you to have a stage name and a different sort of persona when you're there, to express yourself in a different way than you normally do, and to also protect yourself and be strong against all the challenges that are there.
Yeah. Plus, it's like your alter ego, like your super sexy, crazy side that comes out, and you get to go and do that, and then go home and go to bed and wake up and be a mommy. But I don't think that, even though I'm okay with that, I don't. There's a lot of people who don't understand that, like Troy. Well, you're gonna go and turn other guys on. Why aren't you gonna turn me on? But it's not the same thing.
Right.
I'm Cinnamon. I'm a dancer.
There's a really happy part of that too, sounds like. Because when you describe what you're doing, you're like crazy, sexy, fun. There's like a lot of energy behind that. It's like, it seems positive.
Well, yeah, I think you feel very powerful when people are celebrating you, paying you for being beautiful or sexy or, all that stuff. I think there's a feeling of power that comes from that.
And you And there's such a difference between what type of a experience you want to have with Troy, with your boyfriend, or that you
Or
think
with
he
my
wants.
children,
And
you know,
with your
because
children.
he comes from my home where my kids are, my mom is, you know, it's not, there's no cinnamon there, that's me, but
That's Ellie.
yes, but
And what's Ellie like?
I think that she's a great mother and she wants to provide for her children. I
Yes.
think she's sad because she lost her dad. She didn't do a lot of things in life that she wanted to do. She got pregnant very young, even though her kids are the best thing that ever happened to her. She was a teenager. She had, you know, she didn't get to do a lot of things that I would have got to do. Go to college.
Yeah.
I didn't get pregnant
Oh, okay.
as a teenager.
So there's sadness. There's
I
sounds
don't
like
know. It's not like sadness like overall, but it's like, and it's not like those are things I dwell on a daily basis. You're kind of like bringing them up for me, and it's kind of uncomfortable. But
I have an idea,
okay,
and I hope that you'll be open to trying this. Just try it out. You've talked about having two real distinct perspectives, and even a persona that has a name, so that really makes it, like, visually in my mind easy to separate those two. And it sounds like your interactions and lifestyles, and there's so many different things about them. I wonder,
two different lives.
two different lives. I wonder, there's so much energy put into keeping those two separate. I wonder how much opportunity that they've really had to connect, or if you ever let them. And they're just in therapy for right here. It could be interesting to see what those two personas have to say to each other.
Okay.
So it's just an exercise to try to do that. It's called an empty chair exercise. And what you'll do is you'll, as Cinnamon, you'll be looking to Ella in an empty chair next to you. And just imagine Ellie is there. And you want to tell, what do you need to tell her? What do you want her to know? Do you want to support her and encourage her? Are you mad at her? Are you, anything you want to say? Positive, frustration, like any kind of things. And then after we do that, then we'll switch. And I will just say, okay, switch. Because I'm going to be listening to where you are in the conversation. And then Ellie is going to respond to what Cinnamon just said to her. And say what she needs to say. And then I might say switch again. And I might do it fast, and it's okay if you get giggled or if you get sad or anything that comes out of it.
I have a hard time. I like keeping the two separate.